the glasses big, and this guy look at very angry, then turn around and go.
Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. As you maybe see with the red text, Deep Archimedia is hitting now, and I am super happy to announce that I've been playing with a good friend of mine, and he's also a YouTuber releasing content, Hejira Umbra. Take a look at his linked profile. He has some great vids, great niche, weird builds that wreck faces. So today I want to share Baruuk Prime and his new augment. You kind of want to run vanilla because you still want the generation for restraint so that you can use Serene Storm, but the new augment uses elude, so you'll be evading a lot, and it buffs your attack speed and crit damage a lot. This means you'll want a decent amount of duration as well, so you can't spam elude. We're also taking Naramon School to keep our combo points up, as it's better than fast casting, and now we'll have basically infinite restraint. So if you're new to Baruuk, which I was honestly a couple days ago, but I've been studying him, Baruuk has an amazing amount of damage reduction from nearly all of his abilities, all except the sleep, which generates his restraint so he can activate his fists. His fists with this second augment of the two grant you, similar to Excalibur's status chance augment, grant you an insane amount of status chance, so you can reach well over 100%, and damage reduction. His Desolate Hands grant you 90% damage reduction, and of course elude makes you dodge all attacks from the frontal cone. If you buff up the angle, it can even be a 360 elude. Yeah, he's really crazy. I am running Arcane Energize with Archon Flow and default, or for me it's become kind of default, Cold and Corrosive. Reactive Storm also changes it into the matching damage type, which is best for the enemy you're facing. This is more of a high level build because Condition Overload increases the damage your target takes by a lot based on how many conditions they have. This is for like casual AoE grinding. You take out the primed reach and you take out Condition Overload, put in primed pressure point, and I'm not sure which other mod you can then fit in, but another one anyway. This is what makes Baruuk super interesting. This, not only this patch, but since Tennokai hit. Discipline's Merit is like a godsend for his heavy attacks. You can now almost spam them every couple of hits. Yeah. Naramon School gives you 50% flat crit. It gives you a never-ending melee combo, so it never fades unless you whiff your heavy attack. You do have to sling stun to get the 50% crit on kill from finisher. Void Levitation and Lethal Levitation give you 200% weapon damage, which does affect your Exalted Fists, so that's great. Also works with frames like Excalibur and so on. Yeah, very underrated. Reading is good. This is the other thing that's also really good. Generate your combo twice as fast when you go into Operator and slam from the air. So that's about the school. There is an amazing interaction between Ruvox and Desert Wind if you can generate combo points fast enough. So basically we can open with Ruvox if we want and paralyze the enemy with our heavy slam. Also with this build, which has a lot of attack speed, when we paralyze we get our transformation because it's a heavy slam attack, and they're paralyzed based on the amount of combo multiplier we have. Yeah, this is the actual stat stick which I am using for Baruuk. Let me just switch Discipline's Merit in there too though, as we can still squeeze it in. Yeah, basically with a stat stick, you are going to want to use all 3 gladiator mods because they increase, like Blood Rush, your melee critical chance per combo as long as you have gladiator might slotted onto the actual Desert Wind. So that's an amazing way to get red crits. You put on Sacrificial Steel and Gladiator set on your stat stick, so to speak, and then the might on here. I'm using the Epitaph to prime. We're not using gas and magnetic, that was just for testing. We're using cold and corrosive, I think, or is it heat and viral? Heat and viral this time because, yeah, with the current pet that we're using, we're not generating energy from it. We're not generating energy orbs from this. This buffs our survivability a lot and gives us increased crit damage multiplier. And it also gives us continuous heavy attack damage on the pet and increased combo points from just the pet attacking. So that actually stacks with viral quills, which is like 6 times 5. So 30 combo points all at once for 1 quill attack. It does have a 4-second cooldown, but it's a nice little burst. When you land a finisher, your pet goes invisible. Invisibility, as we know it, is the best defense. But, yeah. Oh, this is the wrong one, actually. I meant to have primed pack leader in there. Anyway, too much talking, more action. Use your primary of choice, so whichever you find amusing and good. Let's spawn some high-level enemies and wreck them and show what this setup can do. So we want to use our Desolate Hands first, then Elude. Not only do they have to come and melee us, but if we have our melee out, we actually turn to them. Okay, we don't turn to them. Even if we don't turn to them, we're taking so little damage from all this damage reduction that they do nothing to us. This is like Steel Path, level 185 enemies, and sleep. And be paralyzed on Angel Wings. 12 times combo multiplier. Swap to Desert Hands. Now, when you attack them while they're paralyzed, they don't move. They're not sent into outer space like these guys are. Boink. Okay, he died. One Punch Man. He died too. So you see, this build really has potential. It's fun, it's fast, it can do high-level content, depending on whether you opt for the high reach actual melee attacks or the sort of energy wave attacks, which are these things that come out. Yeah, your playstyle will be affected by that, of course. Fun fact, when you use the blocking combo on Baruuk, it actually doesn't send them to outer space. So I just learned that. Okay, it sent him to outer space, but that was only a certain portion of it. And yeah, can't recommend Discipline's Merit enough. It is a totally amazing Tennokai, and it procs very, very reliably. You see it up here in the corner. Has no time for fading, so you can time these moves very well. When do you want to heavy attack, slide attack, use your defensive combo. All in all, really great addition.